Hey everyone, just want to give you a quick video to show you how to set up Chord Maestro for the first time. When you first start up the application after you install it, there are a couple of things you'll want to do pretty much immediately in order to get all of the options set up and allow you to do all of the cool things like recording and using the metronome and so forth. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to the Tools, Options menu, and that's going to bring up this little dialog here. On Mac, you actually will go to Chord Maestro and then Preferences. It's a little bit different way of getting to the same screen. It just does it the way that they do it for Macs. So the first thing you'll do is you'll see this Chord Maestro configuration, and you have several tabs here. So under MIDI configuration, you'll see one that says MIDI time code source. What you'll want to do, unless you're using an external digital audio workstation like Sonar or Logic or something for your synchronization or your click track, you're probably just going to want to select your Chord Maestro metronome as the MIDI timecode source. That's what we use at our church, and that's probably what most people are going to want to use. Now, if you have a MIDI controller, like a foot pedal or something like that, that you want to use for like manual control, that'll show up in this MIDI controller sources list, and you'll want to select that. I'll do a different video on how to set up commands and so forth with that. Then under presentation display, you'll want to pick the display that you're using to display the chord charts. So if you have two different displays, they'll show up here. I only have one right now, and that's my main screen. I only have one monitor connected. If you had two, you might want to have one that shows the app and then another that actually would display the chord chart on a confidence screen. Target resolution here, so if you've got whatever your target screen resolution is going to be. So for me, I think ours is usually 1280 by 768. And then you got a couple of other options here, which you can just leave at the default. Probably not going to want to change those. Default anchor names, if you want to add any custom ones, you can. But for the most part, you can probably just leave those the way they are. Okay, Chord Maestro metronome. So this is going to be the click track that you can either route to your in-ears or however you want to do it on stage. You'll probably just want to open up this menu here and pick the first one that's on the list. So like primary sound driver would probably be fine. You just want to find the one that's like your main speaker for your computer. And then the metronome clip. So there's lots of different ones here that you can play around with. Like this is metronome 1 here. You can actually do a test. And it will make a click. And then you can try, the one I like is this ping high. And once you find the one that you like, you can just leave that there. And then Planning Center integration, you can actually record your, or set your login information here, and Chord Maestro will actually remember it for you, so you don't have to keep typing it in each time. So I'm not going to enter that in right now. But anyway, so once you get it done, you can just hit OK, and then you'll notice now I've got the metronome ungrayed out here. Let me open up a sample project, and let's see here. So let me open up one of these songs. So now you can see like all of these icons here are actually not grayed out anymore, and I can use my metronome and I can do recording and all that stuff. So that's it for this one. If you do those steps, you'll be ready to go as far as like doing all the things in the other videos with recording and navigation and stuff. All right, hope you enjoyed the video.